As far as the Galaxy A16 5G, it is a phone that I picked up on Amazon. Paid $179 for it, plus taxes, of course. First things first is the display itself. Um, beautiful display. It's AMOLED, it's 1080p, it's 90 hertz, so it's not 120 hertz. And here's the phone, Amazon 176. Guess it went down in price over the past day. And this is the US version, so this is a fully unlocked version. Yeah, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs internal storage. As far as the CPU that's in this device, it is a Samsung CPU. I thought it was going to be a MediaTek, but this one is the Exynos. I think it's the 1330. So yeah, 1330 right here, and basically that's a budget CPU. And you can see there, 4 gigs of RAM, and it does have a RAM plus option as far as like increasing the RAM virtually. So you get to use that. I turned that on. Matter of fact, that was already turned on out the box. I thought that was interesting because usually you had to enable that yourself. So the cameras are triple camera setup on the back. Clearly, as you guys can see there, it's going to be a 50 megapixel main cam, 5 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro. You can shoot full HD. It's pretty much it. No 4K, no 60 frames per second. That's pretty much the max resolution. And then as far as the front facing camera, I believe, yes, it's 13 megapixel front facing camera. So that's the cameras. Now, the device does have a 5,000 or come equipped with a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and you get 25 watt wired charging or fast charging, which is decent. On the side of the phone, you get a power button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner, a volume up and down key, and this cool little ridge here. It's actually like a interesting design choice here because it's only on one side. So I'm not 100% sure why they went with that type of style there, but interesting. On the top, microphone, and then on the other side here is your SIM tray slot for your micro SD card. We have a micro SD card slot for expansion and micro SIM or nano SIM. And on the bottom here, Type-C charging, single firing speaker. That's one of the dislikes on this phone here. Single firing speaker. I don't want to be too nitpicky here, but there are phones that are in this price range that have dual speakers. So I don't know if they're able to do it. I don't see how Samsung isn't able to do it. Samsung is one of the biggest manufacturers out there, so I'm pretty sure they can make it happen, just like these other guys. But you know, what do I know? Screen. Yeah, let's get back to the screen. So I said earlier, the screen is beautiful. It's a 1080p screen. It's 90 hertz, and it's super AMOLED. And one thing I can say right now, it is a beautiful screen. It's as beautiful as long as you can see it. Because it's not the brightest. And I mean, even with having the adaptive brightness on outdoors, I was using it earlier today. It just wasn't, it was very hard to see what I was looking at on the phone. There is a bit of lag, of course. You know, you're going to have a little bit of lag when it comes to having 4 gigs of RAM. But I can tell you right now, it's a pretty well performing phone for the money. I was actually really surprised with how well it performs. And the reason why I'm saying surprised is because usually with a phone that has 4 gigs of RAM, it's not the best. It's just not going to be. It's going to be a lag fest. The processing is going to be really bad. I took some photos with the camera, not a lot. I think I took 1 or 2. I was outside earlier. I don't really want to show the night one yet, but I did a 2x photo. So this is my dog here who's in the backyard. Not the clearest, but it is 2x, so it's not the max resolution. Did a pretty good job. And then the battery, let me talk about the battery life so far. Now, the battery life so far on the Galaxy here, it's been a surprise. You will get a good amount of screen on time with this phone here. It does it does drain slow. That's not a bad thing. What I mean is it's like you can only use this phone as hard as as it will allow you to, but it's not you're not gonna have to worry about it draining super fast. The fact that it's only a 90 hertz display helps it. It's kind of surprising. The only thing that I don't like or I'm not really a fan of is the charging speeds. Now, this thing, it does not charge that fast. Okay, it would make you believe that it does, but it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my usage so far, but it does not charge that fast. Yeah, maybe I gotta give it some more time. Maybe it was just because of the first day. I'm so used to other phones charging much quicker. I gotta give it some more time. But yeah, let's look at the display quality here. Let's go to 4K HDR. Let's look at one of my favorite ones. Not getting any HDR options here, but looks decent. Oh yeah, look, that single firing speaker. You cover it up, you hear nothing. I don't know. It's just such a long time since I had a phone. I only had a single firing speaker that when I actually did that accidentally, not just in this video, just using the phone regularly, because I usually will hold my phone like somewhat like this. I was like, dang man, I covered the bottom speaker. I don't hear anything. It's been years since I ran into that. So I was like, man, that's interesting. Gotten so spoiled over the past several years with phones having dual speakers. This was pretty much a normal thing back then. Now it's pretty much like outdated at this point because even phones that are cheaper than this have dual speakers these days. But screen quality looks pretty good. You know, I don't have any complaints about it. It's absolutely beautiful. Let me go ahead and zoom in. Zoom to fill here. It's not going to be HDR or anything like that, but nonetheless, AMOLED is AMOLED. It looks really good. As far as overall performance, and it has exceeded my expectations. Because usually I don't like dealing with Samsung phones as far as budget because they're just not the most friendliest to use because they're so laggy sometimes. But I haven't seen an option to get Android 15 yet. I think that's coming around the summertime based on the research that I have that I've done. So I'm curious to see if it does get Android 15, which I'm pretty sure it will. It currently has Android 14. That's something that I probably should have mentioned earlier in the video, but yeah, overall, this is first impressions. This is not full review. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off here. If you guys want to see anything specific with the phone, as far as battery testing, dedicated camera video, things of that nature, let me know in the comment section below. But be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your family and friends. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.